And here I have one of my favorite toys that I own. This is, if you don't know, this is Archer from the movie Small Soldiers, and this is honestly one of my favorite movies of all time. Just because I remember going to see this as a kid, um, and falling in love with it. I thought Archer was just the coolest guy in the world. Well, a toy, I guess. He's not a person, but I mean, people see, in the movie, it's kind of portrayed as lame, but he looked cool. He had a cool voice, and in the end, kind of, I mean, he kind of got beat by Chip Hazard if you'd seen the movie, but he was cool, and I thought he looked cool, and I always pretended to be the main character, Alan. I used to hide this guy in my backpack at school, and it was just fond memories I have with this guy because he was honestly like my buddy. Yes, I had real friends too, but this was my toy friend. Um, I mean, if you have this toy, you can tell there's something wrong with him, and if you don't know, I'll get to it. Um, but really, a really great sculpt for a mass-produced toy. It looks a lot like the Stan Winston production, and I'm gonna say an idea I have, and if somebody thinks it's a good idea or can suggest, you know, if they want to do it, because I'm really not talent. I mean, I have artistic skills. I was going to be an art major, but I really don't have the not sculpting. Well, yeah, I guess sculpting, painting skills that you would need. Um, because what I want to do is I want to take either this figure, probably not this one. I want to keep this one the way it is because this is my toy. But if somebody has a used one they don't want anymore, that is still in pretty much working order, that has all the accessories or something, I want to take it and I want to paint it and add some stuff to make it look like a replica from the movie. Stan Winston did produce replicas that were hand painted, and I've looked for them. And if somebody knows where to find one for a reasonable price, I mean obviously they're collectible, they're rare, they're gonna be expensive, but I mean if somebody knows where to find one or something, I wanted a replica of Archer from the movie, and I really think I'd like to have one. Um, the major problem that I have is his real crossbow. I lost it a long time ago, and a couple years ago I had the idea of taking this crossbow from the 6-inch, I'm guessing 6-inch Archer that he would hold in his hand, and I figured, there's a if you can see, there's a tiny hole. There's two holes, that one up there, and I figured I'd drill the hole up here and plug this one in. And it actually kind of gives it a little bit more functionality. You can put a missile in here and fire it, but the thing is, it doesn't look anything like the one from the movie. I just like how he has a crossbow again, because Archer, I think, needs to have a crossbow. I have a picture. I have the storybook here, the Small Soldiers storybook, and I have a picture. Another thing that I was disappointed with when I had this figure, there's two things. First of all, he doesn't come with a I don't know what it would be called, a backpack to hold the arrows. I know there's a word for it and I can't remember. Doesn't have that. And also, where he lights up when you press it, I really wish that was on his belt or his buckle right here. I really wish it was on that pendant instead of his chain. I really wish they did that, because he did that for Chip. I don't understand why they had to do that for Archer. So that'd be nice something too. It doesn't, if I want to do the replica, it doesn't even have to light up. But I just want this to be filled in, take this out, fill this in, make it look like a real chain, and paint this to look like as if it would glow. Just add all the detail that would be on it. But I mean, you look at the head sculpt, there's nothing you need to do sculpt-wise to make it look any better. I mean, here's a picture of Archer, how he should look. I mean, you can see some differences. He's got the backpack, he's got the crossbow, and he's just darker colors, a little bit more, he's got more detail to him, some red in here. I mean, just minor things that just need to be airbrushed or hand painted in that really wouldn't take too long of a job to do, and I really would like to do that. It's a goal of mine I don't know if I could do it or if somebody would be willing to do it for me. Just something I'd like to do. So yeah, he does talk. He has some phrases.
Prepare for battle. Defend Morganite Castle! Rawr! I am Archer, leader of the Morganites.
So it still sounds good for all these years. He has this mode where I lost a sword. He used to have a sword. He punches. I mean, you can obviously pose his hand up so it's more realistic, and he has a switch back here that turns it into a sword thing. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Nice posability. His arm swivels out. His elbow, wrist turns. Obviously, he has, at the waist or the hip, he can turn at the waist. His head can turn. Just all these really nice poses you can get him in. Just wish I had him completed with that. So even if you just have that crossbow and you don't want it or don't need it, either I'll buy it from you for a reasonable price. I'm not a couple bucks. I mean, honestly, it's a little piece of plastic, and I'm kind of happy with this. I just want it the original. So if anyone's willing to do that, I'd be willing to buy that. But if anyone has any ideas on how to make this guy look any better, I wanted originally, and this isn't supposed to be like a plug or anything, I originally wanted Frenzy Rumble. So if you're watching this, if you want to contact me or something, I really wanted him to do this guy, because I think he'd do a really nice job at it. I've seen his work, and I really think he'd do a nice job with it. So if anyone else out there has the talent that he has and is willing to do this for a reasonable price, let me know. But just figured I'd do a quick little review. I might do this guy over again. My battery's about to die, so I really can't do a great review. But I just figured I'd show off one of my favorite figures. You guys know what kind of stuff I'm into besides Transformers and Toy Story and Dragonheart and what have you. So just another idea. Cool figure. This is the Archer from Small Soldiers.